ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, welcome to the stream. My name is Jinxeekatt. I will be your host today. With me is the wonderful GOON. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic as well. As usually what I say, I was like, find another adjective. I couldn't. Oh well, no worries.
It's okay. It's a good one. It's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah. All right, looks like the teams are ready to rock and roll and get through this. So we're gonna snap through these map bans and everything really quickly. Tonight we have Spooky Ghost versus Cosmos Redshift for you folks, and I am really excited for everything they are going to be bringing. So just a quick little check before we hop into that ban screen. Looks like, as you can see here, the members of Cosmos Redshift, who are going to be on the blue team, but definitely not confusing at all, are going to be Alderac Pass and Towers of Doom. The members of Spooky Ghosts have opted to ban out Garden of Terror and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Our first map of the evening is going to be Abraxas Holdout, which was picked by Cosmos, leaving first pick over to Spooky Ghosts. All right, that was a huge mouthful. What do you think about that, GOON? Not a lot of people.
That was good. You've done this a few times, I can tell. That was just smooth, easy, super, just natural. But Braxis Holdout, this is one of those maps where, like, if you're taking somebody to Braxis, you got a plan.
Right.
90% of the time, I'm going to go ahead and say, at least 90% of the time. I'm excited to see how they come up with interesting rotations, if they're going to rotate, if it's just going to be static 1-4, if it's going to be like a 1-3-1, or a roaming like a roaming Genji or something like that. But I will say, seeing this Chromie ban is very nice. Nobody likes Chromie, especially on this map.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody likes to get pinged all the way from their base. It's really difficult for your tanks to engage with Chromie there. A couple of strong options still available. We're going to see that Stukov band out here. Right wing, of course, available still. Zul'jin, somebody who's risen to popularity recently.
Yeah. Zul'jin, especially on a map like this, where there's just constant interaction with the enemy. It's really good for him. He thrives. He can stack up, scale pretty nicely, does good siege damage, and he's just sick. He's a sick hero. I like seeing Zul'jin a lot these days.
Myself being a tank man, I have to say, I'm not a fan that he's suddenly in the meta, just pinging away. But regardless, we won't see him tonight. Sylvanas going to be the final ban, and now I'm curious to see who our first pick is going to be. There are a lot of strong heroes. Like I said, Brightwing May has been really popular lately, and there she is. Brightwing going to be our first pick of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, just the bans in general, these are really strong on this map. Stukov, great sustain in general. Point control, disruption. Sylvanas, good with the Zerg waves. I'm curious to see what they come up with. A lot of strong options are just removed, so now you have to kind of get creative with everything else. Greymane and D.Va, both solid. I will say Cassia's up. Cassia is out. I wonder if she'll make an appearance here.
I hadn't even considered the Cassia. That's a really good thought. So, seeing the Greymane is interesting because it is a very strong hero. You've never said, I wish I didn't have a Greymane on my team. It is really strong. That being said, I'm curious if they're maybe going to go for something where they can, or both members look to hold a lane, maybe looking for an assassination combo with Greymane roaming around as you were speaking. But Sonya and Johanna coming down, that kind of shuts down that run around and kill comp.
Yeah, Sonya can hold her own top lane, can bully a lot of top laners pretty well, and she's typically pretty safe against being ganked a bit. Johanna, strong wave clear in that bottom lane, can stay on the point, good sustain, and she's got a blind against the Greymane as well.
Couple of really strong shutdown mechanics there. Kel'Thas gonna be the next ban. Now, It's interesting because Kalots is a lot of wave clear. We typically don't see him on this map too much just because he is really immobile and there are so many ways you can get caught out of position. But of course, if your enemy needs some wave clear, always a solid ban. Diablo going to be the next one.
I wonder if with Diablo off the table, if we'll see maybe like a Gul'dan, Malfurion, if that's a thing. You still want some solid sustain options if you're Cosmos, with Stukov being off the table and Brightwing. Okay, we got an ETC and we got a Gul'dan, and we got the Gul'dan. We don't see the Malf yet, but I will say Malf could be pretty good even with an ETC. But we'll see what they go with.
Malfurion ETC is a classic combo
Mm-hmm.
of you slide throwing down that root, and if your ETC is kind, they don't press the face meld. So
True. Now I will say with the ETC.
Ooh, double mage.
This is very, very interesting. Maybe you don't go Malfurion here anymore. I don't know if Malfurion is necessarily the option. That's a lot of damage there that he does struggle with trying to sustain through. ETC doesn't really have the most amazing form of self-sustain out of all the other tanks in the game. But I'm curious to see what they come up with. You could see, like, I don't know. Whoa. Okay.
Were you thinking Alex Straza?
I was not thinking Alex Straza. I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll see some kind of, like, I don't know, slow Anduin kind of play or something like that. And then, but not this. That is a lot of healing, though. ETC is going to be pretty healthy if they decide to go Life Binder. He's really not going to have too much to worry about. But
we'll have to see as we get in there. I'm going to bring it on back to us. Now, the Alex pick is interesting. Thank you very much for the follow as we get into game number 1 in our best of 3 series here. If they put the healing circle out of vision, you know, just place it back and make people come back to get healing, I don't think it'll be disrupted too much.
Right. The only thing I can see happening is if Sonya is able to get some kind of wave priority in the top lane and can rotate down later and maybe leap onto the back line, and there's like a falling sword, and then maybe like a Durance of Hate that comes flying out or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very cool draft, very interesting draft. I'm very curious to see how they play out. Maybe we're just being debated, and this is a fireball Alex Straza that just turns into a DPS at at level 20. But...
yeah, I could definitely see it. There are a lot of easy targets to hit on the side of Spooky Ghost and the Sonya and the Johanna, and the Tassadar is actually really immobile, so that'll be interesting into the ETC. You know, we always make the joke that Tassadar has to root himself whenever he wants to cast an ability. That can be kind of devastating against an ETC.
Yeah.
We are heading into the game now. If you guys take a look over here on the left-hand side, we have our friends on the blue team. With Odd Thought on the Alex Straza, a pause immediately. Ghost will be your diva. Silver Jackal on that Gul'dan, Nay on the Greymane, and Karama on your ETC. And while we are pausing, who do we have on the right-hand side here in the blue-red?
Right. In the red, Team Cosmos, you got Eric with the K on Sonya. Tassadar is Tassadar. I'm assuming that's Colitis who left the game. Boundrix on Mephisto. Little Wolf playing Brightwing. Gola rounding it off with the Johanna.
Perfect. All right, and as soon as we get in, we're going to bring it back to us. As soon as we bring it back to us, they say ready. Nexus Gaming Series, thank you for the rating party of 63. We appreciate it. Welcome, members of the NGS. We're having another NGS game tonight.
Hog Champ.
All right. They're saying he is ready, so hopefully we'll have that unpause here in a second. Friendly reminder, everybody, with me tonight is the wonderful, lovely Wild Heart Esports founder, GOON. You can check him out by hitting the Cocaster or guest button exclamations in my chat. It looks like they are all ready to get going, so let's get going.
Let's get going. Tassadar stacking up his static charge at level 1. I'm gonna be interested to see how quickly he finishes that quest there. Ooh.
Looking at everything, you are correct so far. It is going to be a Flames of Fury Alex Straza. So looking to stack the fireballs down here in the bottom lane.
Called it. They're listening in chat.
You know, sometimes it's about the performance you give rather than the games that you win.
True. Oh, yeah, early phase shift coming on the Johanna there.
Gola just getting chunked out, finally popping that iron skin. All they're really looking for is the soak here. But Nay and Silver Jackal getting equally as low. There's going to be a little bit of fight over this globe down here in the bottom. ETC going to get 2 members picked off with that slide. Now they're surrounded in the back by themselves thanks to that healing circle, though. Not too much skin off his nose.
What I'm seeing right now, what's so interesting is the circle comes... Alex Straza throws the circle out where the ETC is after ETC has slid, and he just stands there and just tanks the damage from Tassadar and Mephisto. Looking at this interaction, it's like maybe the kind of damage that's coming out from the side of Cosmos isn't enough to bully ETC right away. Maybe he can just stand there and just be happy forever. I don't know.
We could definitely see that. I mean, that brings a great point. He gets armor every time he slides in, that extra 20% of healing. We do have to note that the Spooky Ghosts are going to scale up here, especially with that static charge coming out for Tassadar at the at level 1. Objectives are spawning. Camps being picked up.
Looks like Eric with the K. He's got the Siege Giants, the Hellbats pushing. See, this is what I like about Sonya here. Even into like D.Va, Sonya just presses W. You know?
Right.
It's really nice. 2 people up top trying to put some pressure onto Sonya there. But safe and sound. As a matter of fact, Sonya walks back onto the point.
Greymane not going to be enough. Sonya is going to be healing away. She went for that war paint at level 1. But Eric is getting incredibly low. Ghost is still nice and healthy. He's going to keep chunking away. Oh, it's not going to be enough. 90 health. He escapes.
Wow. Oh, war paint. Curious as to the war paint. I for sure thought we'd see the slammer, the slam. Nice pick on the Jahan in the bottom lane there. Be able to take a lot of control back in that on the point there, and they have both points being channeled actually.
The blue team gonna pick up this early little bit of objective. D.Va did use her mech up in the top, trying to chase Eric off. And you're right, that is interesting. Typically when we think of D.Va and Sonya, we think of, you know, Sonya beats D.Va because she can just constantly slam, and it doesn't matter that... You know, D.Va can't really heal. She can't really escape from it. But Eric gonna look to go down here. They're being body blocked out. But actually, the mech will be the first to fall. Sonya traded out, though. Oh, no.
Oh, just when you think you got a kill on D.Va, she pops out of the mech and still tears you up. And you're like, ah. Oh,
2 health bars are pretty OP.
Alex Straza is sitting on 11 stacks already on the flame buffer. That's pretty good.
They're going to pop the Dragon Queen down here as they continue to push with this 100% Zerg wave. Big healing circle in the front there as we've been seeing. So Kurama can stay nice and healthy. And I'm beginning to fear for this bottom 4 here, GOON.
Yeah, this is probably going to go down. Oh, Straza's looking pretty weak. Oh, I framed through the tank shot. On camp. Calculated, perfectly calculated. Not even close.
Odd thought, the absolute galaxy brain. Kurama just gonna squeak through. Whoa. Not gonna be enough though. D.Va mech traded out once again. ETC is gonna go down. And the Ford for the moment is alive. Never mind, just kidding.
Never mind. That's the thing with Alex Straza. You gotta be careful with your positioning. If you're taking a lot of damage as Alex Straza, a lot of your healing is reduced since you're using your Q, you give up some health to heal.
Right.
If you don't have your W, if you can't safely circle of life yourself, your healing is just going to be completely gutted. But once she gets her, I'm assuming life binder. I'm assuming a lot here, But once she gets the life binder, a lot of that problem is mitigated. She's going to be pretty hard to kill.
100% agree. We'll see. I mean, I can't see it being Cleansing Flame. Just the delay that comes out from Cleansing Flame can be so easily interrupted by so many of the abilities. Polymorph, you know, Johanna, Blessed Shield, and Condemn. Sonya with the Clever Spear could find it. So I'm hoping for Lifebinder as well. We'll see how it goes. As so far, we've got the whole Flame buffet going on with Alex here.
Oh, Gul'dan's looking a little isolated here and just walks around the force wall, and there's a circle of life on the ground. Easy peasy. What do you think about the suck build on Gul'dan here?
I'm really surprised that we're seeing suck just because, again, Sonya, Brightwing, Johanna, see right there, a lot of damage coming out onto Kurama, the wall as well. Being stationary versus these targets is not necessarily how you want to play, but so far it's working out. Brightwing is going to go down here. Boundrix is going to try and escape, only delaying the inevitable with that Shade of Mephisto. D.Va is going to pop the mech. 2 for none in favor of Cosmos. And these long drawn-out fights, yeah, they're not really paying off for Spooky Ghost. Having that double mage, you want to get quick bursts, and the Alexstrasza and the Gul'dan are able to keep folks alive with high burst healing.
Yeah. Tassadar has some burst in his Q, but like I feel like most of his, a lot of the way the damage comes out is just over time.
Right.
Same with the Mephisto, but we'll see. Maybe once they add that Sonya to the equation, it'll work out.
Sonya is going to be hard to deal with. It's going to definitely give Kurama a choice of whether or not they want to be as aggressive if they've been, or is he going to have to play back and play safe? Because anytime ETC goes in, they can drop the static wall, they can have Sonya come into the back, and then he's got to make a choice. You know, what do I do with this power slide?
Right. I'm bottom lane down there, and Sonya had to leave. D.Va was bullying her so bad. I was gonna say about the Mephisto. If we'll see Durance or if we'll see Consume Souls, if they feel like, hey, we're gonna need some more damage. Even then, like I feel like Consume Soul doesn't even deal that much. That Blessed Shield coming out there on the Gul'dan, nice. Oh, nice Durance of hate into the black hole, 3-man stun, and they just got popped. What happened?
We were talking about not having enough burst, and that changed real quick there. You're going to see the fear come out, and Johanna chase it back to their base. I'm sure Gola's quite happy with that. Brightwing coming back in, losing both Alexstrasza and Greymane. That's a lot of the push and all of the sustain.
Yeah, that was pretty cool combo. Now imagine that combo when it's, you know, the points aren't channeled to 100%. But they made it get a lot of damage here on the top fort. They live to fight another day. Here comes Sonya looking to party, I guess. It's peeled away. Yeah. This is a Wrath. Okay. Hey, I was wrong. Blessed Shield into Durance into Black Hole is pretty good. It doesn't matter how much damage comes out or how the damage comes out. If you can't push your buttons or deal any damage back or do anything, I guess you just die.
Yeah. It looks like it's just a couple of seconds of, I would like to control my character, please. So we're going to have another team fight coming out here. Cursed Bullet, Blessed Shield has been used. There's Durance and the Black Hole coming out beautifully together, only catching the D.Va mech. Big chunk onto Gola. They had to back out, weren't able to follow up with the Condemn. Now, fortunately for Spooky Ghost, is that Black Hole Durance combo is about, 60 seconds, 70 seconds? Yeah, 60 and 50. So every 60 seconds they can attempt that combo. It's 100% fine to whiff it and then come back in. They are going to lose the fort here, so a little bit behind on structures, but definitely looking stronger in these team fights.
You know, I mentioned earlier Alexstrasza's quest, the Flame Buffet, right? I was like, hey, they're doing pretty good. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead. I just want to point out that number hasn't changed since. So hopefully we can get some more stacks in there. I can understand because she doesn't want to step up and take a shield to the face, but let's get it. Let's try it. Let's make the plays.
After that level 10 combo, definitely has you a little bit more cautious about what you're doing and where you're going. We're going to see a big condemn come out, followed up. Silver Jackal is going to be caught. Gul'dan going to pop like a balloon. Eric with a K in the back. Dragon Queen has been used. Out comes the Wing Buffet. They're trying to escape away. Wall will separate out the members of Cosmos Redshift. They're looking at Ghost now. D.Va has that mech, and that's a lot of big cooldowns burned by the side of the members of Cosmos there. They're going to have to back off. Grayman will have that Curse Bullet back soon. Fear, not necessarily the longest cooldown, but fighting over these beacons is going to be a little bit harder now.
Yeah, even with the Blessed Shield missing there, the Black Hole and the Durance coming out there, there's multiple forms of engage coming out here for the side of Cosmos. They can rip one, miss, and still rely on two other ones to get what they want. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Can't have too much engage, I guess. There's a nice Durance Pate there.
Once
On to
again.
two members. Oh well.
I really like that. Solid play by Karama using the face melt to knock everybody back. Looks like they got an interrupt on that black hole, so it wasn't able to come out. Went on the 9-second cooldown and had to come back in. This is going to be this objective timer currently ticking for Spooky Ghost. Karama is looking to step back up, but this 4-man team fight has changed drastically.
I wonder if they'll go for the mosh pit. There's a horrifying Johanna there. There's a black hole to disengage. Beautifully done there by Kalidas, and Sonya dies in the bottom lane.
Oh, T-Tours. Ghost is low, but not the end of the world. They do have that full metal at level 1, so just going to try and heal back up off this minion wave. The rest of the team is rotated down now. Ghost absolutely has Eric's number this time around. It's been a really difficult battle for Sonya.
They're going for the boss here. Interesting. Create some space, take the boss. Hey, somebody's dead. You've got some wave pressure going on in the top lane. Grab a boss. They're going to have to deal with the boss. Maybe you get the objective for free.
With the Greymane, the boss clear is so incredible. I'm glad you caught that, because I was so busy looking at whether or not D.Va was going to go down. Blessed Shield is going to come out. Durance as well. They find themselves onto Karama. Lifebinder is going to bring them right back up to full health.
Beautiful, beautiful. The Lifebinder. So good. So good.
Oh, Kalidas. No. Goodbye, friend. And a free camp.
Yeah, we'll take the camp for our troubles here. We'll push top lane here. I want to see if they can get this keep. I would like to see them, you know, posture pretty aggressively to take it. They got a pretty healthy boss. You've got the Greymane. You've got D.Va. She's almost got her mech. You got the Gul'dan Siege. And Lifebinder's going to be up here in just a few seconds, so I say commit. You commit to this. You get this bad boy down.
Boss is still really healthy. Someone will have to deal with that. Mosh pit is not going to net connect, unfortunately. But, you know, keeps everybody away. We zone these. Ghost does have that mech. They're not going to use it. I thought for sure they'd use it to take the keep. But regardless, keep goes down. Blessed Shield coming out. Durance and, ooh, Black Hole both not going to... Oh, a little bit of connect, just to tickle.
Oof. Alexstrasza showing why she is so powerful. You can't get her down. She just healed right back up. She's in her dragon. They're going for the core here. I don't know about this one. This core is pretty Oh wait, there's a Zergwave.
They were able to kill Silver Jackal there, but Zergwave really strong, cut all the way through that keep. That is going to be game number 1 going over to the side of Cosmos Redshift. GG.
GG. Back and forth game. That could have been anybody's game. Anybody's game. I like the combos coming out of Spooky Ghost. And I just like how Cosmos, even with the combos that Spooky Ghost had, found a way to make it work. Whether it was dominating the solo lane, forcing big cooldowns and nobody dying because they had the Alexstrasza. It was cool. It was cool.
I wasn't sure about the draft. I was like, Alexstrasza, you know, that's kind of an unusual pick. We don't see her anymore. In fact, she's kind of fallen into the meme support category. But Odd Thought really putting in work. 49K, nothing to sneeze at. We'll take a look here at all of these talents. Only just barely hitting level 16 as the game came to an end. Anything that's catching your eye, GOON, as far as talents go?
I wish we would have seen Alex Straza at level 20 with completed stacked up quests and just see that terror and mayhem that she would have caused.
It looks like they even went for the Draconic Discipline at level 16, so that's extra dragon.
Yeah, and I wonder what if they got to 20, what the Durances look like, what the black hole looks like, right? There's a lot of just insane things that both teams have in their arsenal at 20. I mean, especially Spooky Ghosts. I think their 20s are actually absurd, but
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to find out in some other timeline.
I'll go ahead and update the score for everybody so they can see while we wait for our teams to get situated for their next game. Looks like, nope, that's not for us. Update that, bring you guys over so we can see. I meant to put a prediction up and I didn't. Darn it. Next time. See where we're going. The 20s, there was a lot. I mean, you could go for the Tassadar, long range, or the extra wall. You could go for the Kugel Blitz to put the Psy Storms underneath it.
Yeah. I wonder. So we go back to Gul'dan real quick. We saw Suck. We saw the life drain, the drain life talents. I wonder if enough people are playing around with his level 1 Fell Flame quest. I forget what it's called. You go the Fell Flame talent. It expands the radius that Fell Flame has, which means if you were to hold Q and spin it around Gul'dan, it makes a circle.
Right.
So you increase the radius, it gives it extra range, right? And you can pump those bad boys out. You can pump those Qs out. You can hit that back line. You can hit the front line and the back line on a pretty consistent base. I wonder if people are giving it a chance. I know Drain Life got buffed. It looks good, looks fun, but I don't know. I think people are sleeping on the Q.
Bring it back to us, because the second I do, the teams always tell me what the map is going to be. Now, I definitely agree. I think there are a couple of Gul'dan talents that are underrated, assuming, you're courageous enough to go Gul'dan, because we always kind of joke that, yep, there it is, as soon as I bring it back to us. Everyone always makes fun of Gul'dan and says he does fake damage.
Oh, no. His damage is real. His damage is real. I think if you're relying maybe on corruption and making sure all your corruptions land, all the circles land, and you get the echoed corruption and all that, okay, sure, it can feel a little fake, but if you're spamming out those Qs and you get that mana boost from I think there's a mana tap talent that increases its spell power by a percentage after dealing so much. It's like for 5 seconds. You could really put a lot of hurt out. I don't know how Gul'dan, like if you're playing it like that, how that damage is any different than Cassia's damage. You know what I mean?
Right, of course, yeah. So we do have our map. It looks like Spooky Ghost has opted to take us to Volskaya Foundry. I'll just make sure to update that. Sometimes, the teams make the lobby and then they don't swap that around, so we'll make sure that's where we are going, who's going. Now, Volskaya, what do you like to see on here, Goon? Because, I mean, there's a big difference between the way that, the tippy-toppiest players play Volskaya and then, the folks like you and I play it.
Yeah. What I want to see is how the early game rotations play out and what kind of advantages these teams create for themselves based on those rotations.
Right.
I'll explain. One team has has really good wave clear. Because you have that really good wave clear, can you take your turret early and then the health camp? Can you just go ahead and rip the health camp and then go to the turret? Can you do your turret and then, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll just take theirs too. Can you do that? I want to see what these teams do with their little advantages that you get. And this is one of those maps where every few minutes it's going to tell you to come fight here on this point. But I'd argue that you don't have to do that all the time.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I'm curious to see how they manipulate the map a little bit, if they do.
Makes sense. Yeah, there's been, some of the higher level the pro players or our equivalent of pros are saying, it doesn't really matter if you get the protector, because if you have a really good siege comp, you can get value elsewhere, and the protector takes 2 heroes to really come online. It's slow, it doesn't team fight well. So, depending on your comp, sometimes it's not even necessary, and it's just a little bit of an added bonus if you can pick it up.
I like the emote usage in this lobby.
You right? I've never. What is that? I'm gonna.
Is that Blaze? Is that a Blaze emote?
Spooky spider, spooky spider. It's Mecha Vala. What?
That's a Vala. It looks like Blaze.
Oh, well, there goes my chat, so won't get to post it. My favorite one is the dino fight Nexus spinner where you make the Dahaka spin the wheel.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll have to post it for the next one. It's very silly. Head into our draft here now. So, well, Sky Foundry, we want to see point control. We want to see good macro rotation, solid wave clear. I wouldn't hate to see the members of Spooky Ghost potentially run back a very similar comp they did on Brax's Holdout. I think that would work really well on Volskaya, especially with this point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. I wonder if we'll see one of these teams is going to ban Chromie. I wonder if no, you know what? I don't know. Will they ban Chromie? We'll see. I'm pretty sure Cosmo or Spooky Ghost will ban Chromie here, right?
They were the first pick last time, and they did opt to ban it, so there might not be a Chromie player on there. Or Chromie's kind of weird. I always make the what's the word? Allusion to when Kassadin was super OP in League of Legends. If anybody ever watched that or remembers that, it was just banned so consistently that nobody got to play it. And sometimes until you're on stage, and that it can be a little bit daunting. Do you pick it up because you don't want your enemy to have it? Do you just kind of have like a peace treaty that nobody plays it?
This Zul'jin ban here actually underrated. Pretty good pick. Pretty good ban. Zul'jin again has lots of opportunities on this map to just hit people. Whether it's on the point, it's in the rotations, the Triglav protector. He has a way of just stalling this game out stalling this map out based on what his kit does. That is actually pretty toxic. So I'm glad to see it banned.
I 100% agree. We have the there's always just kind of a running joke with my team and the friends that I play with, that your job as a Triglav protector, and even as a Dragonshire, like a Dragon Knight, you run away from Zul'jin and keep him busy, because if you get the objective, you're really benefiting the enemy Zul'jin. You have to back it away. But it looks like, he's out of here, thank goodness, and you are correct. Spooky Ghost got rid of that Chromie.
Yeah, that's good. I like that they banned it there, seeing if Cosmos would ban it. No, they didn't ban it. Can't give it up. It's first pick. Let's just ban it. Let's get rid of it. The Diva, it worked out for Cosmos last game, right? So this is a good pickup. Strong solo lane, good wave clear, good, excellent point control with the mech explosion.
If you're on that 99%, maybe you can use it to stall out for just a little bit longer and make sure that you grab that protector. We're going to see a little bit of a swap here, though, as once again, Johanna comes out, but Boundrix now going to grab that Greymane.
Johanna Greymane. Interesting. I'm going to throw this challenge out to everybody out there. If you're going to rip Johanna Greymane in the 1-2, which I don't think is bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to challenge each and every single one of you out there. Play Cassia. Do the Johanna Cassia. Try it out. You might like it. It's good. Ooh, the Mei. Mei is super toxic. I hate this hero so much. Imagine being Arthas. Imagine being Medivh. Imagine having your own leyline seal. And you know what? an APOC underneath that as well, and a blind, all in one character. You can't do anything against her. She just says, "I never die," and you want to fight me, but I'm not gonna let you fight my team. Oh, you're gonna hang around and be scared and just walk away. Guess what? You're trapped in an ice wall now, and then I'm still gonna fight. Oh, so toxic.
I definitely feel that. I'm not the best Mei in the world. I mean, it's something that, as a tank, you just have to have had to kind of learn to pick up because it's so strong right now. Yeah. On a point like this where everybody wants to stay in, it is devastating. And there's a reason that they did the Diablo trailer with Lilith, Daughter of Hatred, but it's Mei. Because it doesn't feel fun to play against. Blizzard, let us have fun.
Nope. Fix Mei, delete Chromie, please.
Fix Mei, delete Chromie. I don't nerf Medivh.
That's a Leeming, and then we got Blaze and Mephisto. A lot of wave clear options here, and a lot of engage option. You got Blessed Shield. You've got Blaze coming in with the flank for a stun. You've got the Endurance of Hate as well. Johanna and Blaze on a point are fantastic. And Raynor.
Making sure I can update our.
Abandons no man.
Ooh, Uther, main support Uther. How about that?
I like Uther. I'm an Uther stan, I'm all about it. I love solo support Uther. I hate main tank Uther. I'm a support main. So whenever people are like, oh, I think a main tank Uther, I'm like, no, never. If we're picking Uther, I'm playing him, and that's it. Nobody else. All right? You can go play your other heroes. Leave Uther.
I feel the same way, but as a tank, I'll see my support player hovering Uther, and I'm like, bruh, why are you doing that? Like, I'm the Uther player.
Oh man! I hate it.
Decker Kane coming in here to round this out. I like the Decker. We could even potentially see the Lornado coming out here. The level 20 was buffed, so that has made it a little bit stronger, and it kind of says no to a lot of these heroes.
Yeah. I like the Deckard a lot. Huge slows, huge roots. If you want to go with the stay a while and listen, you can. It sets up a lot. There's a lot of setup here. An amazing amount of setup here for Mephisto to get a lot of value from his abilities and from his heroic. I'm loving the fact that we're seeing Mephisto here so much. It's really cool.
Really strong on the point. He's a very safe person to go in and poke away. We'll get started here with our second game of the series. All right, on the blue side in the left, it is going to be Odd Thought on that Uther, Ghost being that Diva, Silver Jackal rocking the Li Ming, Nay on the Grey Mane, and Kurama will be your Mei.
All right, and on the right-hand side in the red, Kaleidos on the Grey Mane, Little Wolf on Deckard, Boundrix playing Mephisto, Eric with a K on Blaze, Ngola on Johanna.
Heading to the middle lane where none of the heroes are yet, so we can take a look at these talents. And I really like Spooky Ghost comp this time around, Goon. I think they have really strong wave clear, significantly more than the members of Cosmos, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a game number 3 coming out of this.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. Blaze and the Diva can probably bully, or I would say bully can be a little bit more annoying to Blaze, but I think Blaze can wave clear probably a little bit faster. So I'm curious to see if we see some rotations coming out of Eric with a K here. Clear bot, come back mid, help your team out, maybe collapse top somewhere on the heal camp or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Solid play, as I always like to come down here to our off-lane players. They're always the coolest and most attractive. They forego screen time so that we can have XP.
True.
Right now, it's all about the rotation. Those camps will be spawning here in a moment. And looks like nobody's really looking to fight just yet. It's all about getting that XP.
Yeah, I love Sapphire. Sapphire is so good on Deckard. I wonder if we'll get if this is a Ruby gamer or if we're going to see the shielding and then maybe going into Emerald at level 7. I'm always curious to see what people prioritize on Deckard Cain.
Emerald would be really interesting because Uther has such long cooldowns and they are really bursty. Now, you get the armor with it, so there's the benefit there, especially with the burst of like a Greymane Mephisto, but not having that heal for 10 seconds on a large number of people, that can be really devastating.
Yeah. I mean, Emerald is really good into May's ice block as well. She's healing through that, right? So if she's standing still just healing and you throw an Emerald on that, you just really you remove a lot of the healing. She still has her shield, but when she comes out of it, she got none of her health back. I mean, Raynor has his own self-sustain. It could be good. Could be good. We'll see. Looks like we're Ruby gamers. So typically it's two gems, never 3. Typically.
Right.
But hey, I've been wrong before. Maybe we'll still see a 3rd.
Maybe going for the there's a cube at level 7 that everyone likes to take, if I remember correctly. I'm not a Deckard player, so I'm just glad it's not posting. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say I'm just glad it's not potion of mana. You get 10 mana back. It does not scale.
True. I don't like that talent. It's it never feels good. It's like, oh yeah, I got all this heal. Ooh, a lot of damage coming out on the Nay there on the Raynor, but is able to back away. Getting that little 10 mana back just never feels good, especially at level 20. Yeah,
boy,
like
mana.
your late game, maybe your Deckard went with the super giant potions, the super healing potions, and you get this huge, just juicy, disgusting heal from a potion, and then you see 10 mana came back, and you're like, well, that was lame.
All right, so not 10 mana, thankfully. We did see those rubies come out, and a firm grasp of the lanes for the side of Spooky Ghost, but they are down level 7 currently, 39%. Now finally switching over here to the Ghost, who are looking to pick up a little bit as everybody else goes to soak. We're going to see May starting on this heal pulse camp with Nay.
This is a really strong position for... Oh, well, I guess they're just going to back off. I was going to say, this is a really strong position here for Cosmos. You've got May. You've got D.Va with the mech explosion. Oh, they pulled the mech over to the left-hand side there. Lots of rubies coming out. Ooh, May just tanking all that CC and damage with her ice block. Throws an early Blizzard. I don't know. Now that Blizzard's not available, it doesn't matter. There's a self-destruct sequence here. They all need to leave here or they're dead.
Oh. Johanna takes so much damage, but Gola is going to be able to live through. Tried to tank through with the Iron Skin. Was not enough, unfortunately. So we're going to see another Blizzard coming out, trying to get locked down Eric with a K. They separate off of Gola, who comes back in with a beautiful condemn from Joe. And now everybody's going to back off. I can't believe nobody died there.
Boundrix right now is popping off. He did so much damage there with the Mephisto. Got pretty much 2 resets off the W. Just use the W, warp back, use it again. It was fantastic.
Well, big stun coming out, Greymane coming in. That's a great lockdown with the scroll. The heal pulse was dropped, but Uther going to be the first to fall down. Colitis next on the chopping block. Chroma going in. Turrets have been dropped. Eric with a K, very, very low. Great body block by D.Va, and what looks so explosive for Spooky Ghost ends up not turning out in their favor as they trade at 2 for 1. And lose the Protector.
Yep. So the rubies there was a lot of rubies, little mini rubies that mini pots that fell, but nobody picked them up. So hopefully we can pick those up.
But they're small. They don't do as much healing.
Oh.
Little.
There's like 1,000 of them on the ground.
Little potion mean little heal. Everybody knows that. Oh, what's funny is they actually do, I think, it's something insane, like 50 less than a regular potion. So you do definitely want to pick those up. Level 10 is going to be online for Cosmos here. They're going to go in with the Hyperion. The Protector's chunking away. They managed to grab the well, grab the towers, not going to find the full fort.
Yeah. Once Spooky Ghosts get their level 10 online, I think once Bunker comes online and Stay a While and Listen comes online, they're gonna be really scary. They're gonna be really scary. They're gonna have a lot of tools available to them to mitigate a lot of what Cosmos wants to be doing.
I really do think that Spooky Ghosts are going to scale hard in, like you said here. Johanna going to come in, trying to find that Subdue. Not going to find it quite yet. All the rubies are out there. Everybody's pretty healthy, though. Don't need to step up into the other 5 heroes. And now it looks like it's back to Soak. In the meantime, Blaze was pushing away. Is Eric with the K caught out? The whole team is showing up. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not looking good for Eric. And
Oh.
had level 10, was not able to pop that bunker fast enough.
Yeah. It looks like maybe some communication, miscommunication there. Spooky Ghost did see the members of Cosmos rotating out. Naturally, seeing how far your offlaners pushed up, you kind of have to, let them know, yo, they might be coming. They might be coming. Gotta be careful. But yeah, the bunker did get used. No, it didn't. It didn't. He got killed before. I think he channeled it before. Or he was trying to channel it or something.
Tried to pop it, but I believe there's a 1-second channel. 0.5. All right. Wow, they blew him up quick then.
Yeah.
He just got blasted. Unlucky.
That was very, very fast. But the bunker's gonna be good. He's gonna give you some armor. Whenever you or your teammates get in the bunker, you get 25 armor for 2 seconds when you pop out, and you can just pop right back in, pop out, pop right back in, pop. Just perpetual armor. We're fighting here over this turret camp. I don't know. D.Va has the mech explosion ready to go.
And the curse bullet's going to come out. There's going to be the ice wall. Oh, no. Coincides with the explosion. Stay a while and listen. It's going to be interrupted. Greymane, the first to go down. Turret was used and dropped. Eric, very healthy. Little Wolf not going to be the same. The Li Ming resets are really coming in clutch there. Golo will trade out and ends up being a 1 for 4. Those Li Ming resets just dominating everybody.
Insane. Everyone was so low there. The bunker cam, everything came out. I could have sworn I saw stay a while like about to happen, and then it didn't. Yeah. I think if that hit, that's a different fight. That's a different fight.
Absolutely game changing there. So we're seeing the Spooky Ghosts do have the tools they need to fight back in this game. They are going to be down a talent now. They did lose that middle fort. So they're going to lose this top one as well, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to fight for that top objective. However, everything is back up. They're going to find a stun onto D.Va. Out comes the scroll, but it's not going to be enough. They're just backing up. Control point unlocking in but a moment here. Looks like Ghost is going to go ahead and soak back down.
I think if you're Spooky Ghost here, if you can find a nice fight, even though you are down a talent, we're still Blessed Shield. We're going to Blessed Shield? No. Even if you are down a talent, it is just the level 13 talents. It's not like there's anything crazy happening at level 13. That's a good way to find yourself back into the game. I don't know. Unpopular opinion here. Hot take. 13 talent tier. Not that insane. Not that insane for the most part. If you're like level 12 and they're 13 and you see a good fight, just rip it, Who knows? Maybe you'll be level 14. If not, whatever. You died. You lost.
Absolutely. At this point in the game, it starts to come down to you need to make these bolder plays, and sometimes you come up short, but sometimes you don't. Come in and look for this here. Ghost is pretty far forward. Eric going to take quite a bit of damage. There's going to be a big Blessed Shield come out. Greymane is not going to find him. A Blessed Shield, or excuse me, Divine Shield coming out. There's the Mephisto. There's the bunker. Uther finally finishing that level 1+. Foundrick's going to be the first to go down. Ghost chasing the rest of the team away. There is just putting baby fort there. Eric going to get out with that jet propulsion. Ghost looking for blood. Going to throw down the D.Va mech. Eric, run! Gonna get away. Gonna lose the fort, but they live.
That was a beautiful D shield. Solo support Uther. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You got to blow up comp. Uther presses one button and says, nah.
It's so frustrating to play against. I hate people, but I love gatherings. Dax, thank you for the raiding party of 21. Man, it's all about this raid. Just tell people to stop raiding me as I bring it back to us. We do have a pause here. Silver Jekyll has left the game. Poor Ghost. They're having a hard game this round.
Yeah. That was that fight, the way that panned out there, the D Shield came out. There was a huge stay a while that also came out, and there was potential there for a turnaround. But Mephisto was so weak, went into the bunker, came out of the bunker, got popped, and then that's just it. Li Ming says, "I'm this is my show now. I'm gonna go ahead and keep popping off and turn this bad boy around." I do want to see maybe holding the Durance. Maybe you hold the Durance a little bit. You force out the D Shield with the bullet, maybe some CC. The D Shield comes out right, and then maybe you Durance to re-engage. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something to look forward here. All right, so looks like Discord is going out and Heroes is going out for the side of Cosmos. I'm sure not at all what they were hoping for, especially since they're so ahead right now. We'll start the timer. Hopefully they can get back in soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see. So we got Ancient Blessings. That's a good talent. That's a really strong talent. Let's see, 16s. What 16s are we seeing here for the side of Cosmos? That gotta be really good. I mean, Benediction is really strong. I'm not too familiar with May's talents. I just deleted her from my memory.
Standard May build.
Yeah, I know. So like Mephisto, he starts popping off. He starts dealing a lot of damage at 16, the 10%. When the W channels a certain amount. I'm terrible with talent names. I just know what things do. I don't know. I don't study names. But yeah. Oh, they're ready.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. All good to go. I love from Little Wolf. Did I DC? Do you ever, like, am I in the game? What year is it? What's going on? All right. Looks like they're ready. Now, normally, I'm like, oh, this is the talent, but I actually don't know the Mephisto talents. I know the one that you're speaking of, because I have a Mephisto player who loves to go that. But, yeah, it'll be really, really strong later on. I mean, you got 3 big, beefy boys in the front, and Uther, May, and Diva. So that'll chunk away. And these fights have just been on a dime. So I think if maybe Spooky Ghost can re-engage a little bit differently, like you said, holding back the Durant, or maybe Johanna waits a little bit in that last engage. The Bless was kind of far from the team. If they do it a little bit closer, there is absolutely nothing wrong with Bless shielding a melee champion, Bless shielding a melee, in melee, run up in there with your trait, go in.
Looks like they're disengaging here, able to back away there. They had to talk it out. All right, we're paused. We're right here. What are we going to do? Okay, on pause. Do that thing. Do that thing. I love pauses. They're fun.
Well, when the enemy team has to pause and you're behind, it can be really helpful. It's like, okay, take a breather. This is what we see. This is what we're worried about. Here's how we fix it.
I want to see, let's see how Spooky Ghosts recover here and get to their 16. They need to be pretty passive, just soak XP. I want to just see them run it down bottom lane. Now, you don't need everybody showing. You don't need everybody showing. If all of you guys if you're all showing in different lanes, your opponent is going to take advantage of that and push somewhere else. So maybe you just have Blaze AFK down there. Maybe have Greymane soak and push in mid, and the rest of you all defend at the in the lane the objective's going to spawn. But it looks like they're posturing for a flank here.
I really like this. Fighting behind the Protector. Oh, nice check. It can be really, really strong. It's slow. It's not the best team fighter. You can find some of these squishy backline members. You can see Gola going in the back. Gonna turn around to help their team as he is surrounded by 3, just being pinged away by the incredible range of Raynor. This objective getting low. The keep getting even lower. Boundrix coming in, doing lots of damage to Nay. They have to use that adrenaline rush. We're going to find the stun here. Can they make something happen? So everyone's more focused on this Protector currently.
So they get the keep. That's probably, that's worst case. The keep is gone. Blaze pushed out bottom. Try to recoup as much XP as possible. Maybe he comes back home and looks for a fight, or maybe he comes in and looks for the flank right here, and we look for this fight, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Just gonna back it up. Gola's looking for something. Blaze just taking the train ride, heading back home. They didn't find the middle keep. That's the important part for Spooky Ghost. They have level 16 now. Got some chores to do, and then they should look for a fight. They can look for a fight now.
Let's open up the map here, Spooky Ghost. Let's open up the map. Clear top, maybe shove it down with Deckard Greymane, Ancient Blessings, get that fort down, get some of that trickle XP as well. Oh, it looks like they're rotating. They're gonna try to stop this this push here.
Diva's gonna come in. They're not gonna fight Diva. Playing very defensively right now. Looking to grab their own camp instead. Luckily, it's Volskaya Foundry, and to be quite frank, all you need is to win one team fight at the 3rd or 4th Protector, and then you can just basically win the game, despite what has happened for the other 25 minutes.
True. Here's the Storm 2021, baby.
So they're setting up around the camp. They're not doing it quite yet. Maybe looking to see if they can't bait the members of Cosmos into doing the objective. It looks like they're willing to trade out that aggressive fort or the aggressive turret for the heal pulse.
Ooh, I think they were trying to bait them into that. I think you just rip it and then you just prep for this fight up here. But they're gonna give up the heal camp and they're gonna shove bottom out. I like this. Look, if your enemy is taking something and you know you can't get there, make it annoying for them. Oh, you took that heal camp. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take your fort. All right, we'll do that. Look to get something out of anything. Make your opponents pay.
I really like the play. They're going to back off. Just a quick rotation. Level 20 is very close, and now it's getting down to the wire for the Ghost here. They're going to have to make something happen eventually. Ghost is here with this heal pulse. They're boosting in. This is... The rest of the team is showing up, but I keep hoping. Gola, just turn around, use the Blessed Shield, kill the Diva. It's 100% okay to use that heroic. Pop out that Diva mech. Maybe come in with the Durant to Hate, then follow it up. Kill her. Make her waste the heal pulse. Make her drop it even. They got 2 of them right now and a turret. It's looking dire for you guys. Something needs to happen.
I agree. If you can force a mech here, a mech explosion here before the objective, super good. Rip it. Oh, I just see Diva right now. I'm like, rip it.
Oh, we're gonna come and look for the back. That is a good route coming out. Big stun, Karama. Oh no, the level 20! The D shield, it's not gonna matter.
That is the most valuable level 20 D shield I have ever seen in my life. But it doesn't matter. They're re-engaging. They have to stay a while and listen. They're gonna kill him the Uther, but he's a ghost. He's gonna keep healing. Ironically, ghost. Oh, the Leeming getting these huge orbs on the flank there. They disengage. Wow, very nice.
Okay, so a couple of things in that fight. First and foremost, very favorable fight for Spooky Ghost. They can definitely make something happen on the map now. That bottom point is open. 30 seconds until Uther will be back. You know they don't have redemption. You just saw the big D shield come out. Heroics are almost up. Now's the time to look for another pick. Stagger these deaths. Raynor is stepping up. Absolutely punish that.
Yeah, get in there. They're not allowed to do this. They're not allowed to do anything here now. They're missing Uther.
They maybe look for this bottom fort here, just trying to make it as hard as possible. Don't
I love it.
They didn't have the minion wave. Now they do, but they're still not pushing in. They're gonna opt to grab this camp instead.
At least that well is down. That bottom left well is down at the very least. That means that Cosmos can't get in there, tap, and then walk into the objective. So it's pretty even ground. Top lane, no, there's 2 catapults on the core there. Okay, there we go. He got it.
Eric's gonna have to back up and deal with that.
I was gonna say, those end games.
Another point to note is both of the healing pulses were used in that last team fight. Okay, the turret is still available. Nay has it. There are 3 turrets on the side of Spooky Ghost. They absolutely have a favorable fight here.
Yeah, but they know Blaze is top, so they're gonna look to engage here. Little Wolf is in a really bad spot. There's a big stone curse. The AoE shield, but here comes a mech. It's not gonna matter. Deckard goes down from Uther. Oh my goodness. They have to run away. They have to run away. Kaleidos has to be careful. Ghost is trying to chase him, trying to confirm the kill.
Oh,
Gola also really weak. Oh, but the indestructible pops. Manages to get away. Oh, there's still some time here though.
I was holding my breath that whole team fight. Deckard gonna go down. Wasn't able to grab his own Ruby. As we always make the joke, that Deckard is a bruiser too, but not today. Did end up falling, and now it's the turn of Cosmos to push in a little bit here.
This is rough. I will say that it's still gonna be a challenge for Cosmos to finish this game. There's still that keep there in the bottom lane. 2 people are probably going to get into that protector. And then you've got Mephisto and Greymane for the defense. This could be this is going to be spicy. I think we still have some spice left in this match.
I 100% agree. I don't think the Spooky Ghosts are down yet. The members of Cosmos are playing out of their mind. This is true. It's been a really hard one, but Gola is coming in. D.Va and Li Ming, that's been a lot of what's been disrupting these team fights, are in this protector. It's a big, dumb, slow robot. Mephisto will chunk it with percentage damage. Greymane will do the same with Executioner. Blessed Shield comes out. It does not connect. They're looking at Odd Thought. No. We're going to see it. That Durance does not connect. There's the stay a while and listen. Out comes the bunker as well. The members do have to retreat though from Spooky Ghost. They're running for their life. Ghost is just shredding though. Loses a lot of health on that mech. They're backing out. Little will trying to stay alive. Keep is available. We could be looking at the beginning of the end, Goofs, as it does start to go down.
Man, the Blessed Shield, I think it only hit like 1 target there, and then it bounced to the Protector. So obviously the Protector doesn't get stunned. And the Durance missed. That would have looked a lot different, but huge damage coming out there actually. But the AoE shield able to keep themselves sustained a little bit longer. Boundrix is looking, he's like, look, I'm pissed. I gotta get this DPS in and defend this core. Uther goes down, but he's a ghost. He's gonna be healing. Can they get this mech down? Is the mech going down? The mech does go down, but it's not gonna matter. Ooh.
Game number 2 and the series going over to Cosmos, playing an absolutely astounding game number 2 here on Blue Sky.
GG, all right. Oh yeah, that was cool.
Really low kill game as we see the end score here. I didn't even really take into account 9-4.
Yeah, that is really low game. Yeah, low kill.
Most of those being, Uther trait value. So I don't know if you can necessarily count that as a death. If you're feeding on the Uther, you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. A good Uther knows when to sacrifice himself for the greater good. Very nice, very nice. Spooky Ghost they have a fantastic comp there. There's a lot of things that have to go right. There's a lot of execution that you have to consider. A lot of the CC chains have to come off, and they learned something there. Uther is pretty good into these kinds of things, and maybe that's something they consider in the future when they try to bring this draft back out against another team. Maybe they realize it's the Uther that caused a lot of this problem. I love this. This is fantastic. Both teams drafted. They drafted well. They had their vision. They had their plan. It looked good, and they're both going to learn something from this. They're going to take something away. And that, for me, that's like super exciting. I love to see it. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Oh yeah, Uther's pretty good. Forgot about that.
Nothing else. Yeah, they can go back. They can watch the replay. Say this. This is what we could have done different. This is how we could have drafted differently. This is why some of those engages didn't work as well. So it always feels bad to lose, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Just because you can go back and you can learn. And I always joke, you learn more from losing than you do from winning. So actually you're a pro because you're just so smart when you lose a lot.
True. Boundrix got a lot of value in Mephisto, just in general, just lots of damage. Good resets coming out. Good CDR. It was really nice. It was really nice. But yeah. If I can, I'll drop some tips here. If you see Diva and there's not an objective up and she has a full mech explosion ready to go, burn it, hit her until she drops it so she doesn't have it for the next one. That's typically a good trade. You still get a kill. It's still worth something, right? So
Definitely. All right. It looks like the team is ready for their interview. So why don't we hop down into casting lobby 1? We'll talk to them, and then we will we'll call it there.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. I'm gonna hop in here and make sure to. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Karama and Silver Jackal. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Thank you. Feels much better than last week, huh?
Yeah, you guys got the W this time round. Was a lot less of a stressful game. If you guys didn't get a chance to catch that, that is actually up on YouTube right now. So, how are you guys feeling?
Pretty good, especially for me being on a completely different role this week.
What are
you were playing tank.
Role? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm typically a DPS player, but there's been some movements in the team here and there, and it looks like I may be tanking now. So it's definitely a change of pace.
Definitely. Yeah, it can be a big adjustment, positioning and everything. But, the biggest thing is it feels good to not have to necessarily worry about your position and getting caught out as a tank. You don't that doesn't happen as much. So, congrats on your role shift. I'm a tank main, and it is absolutely one of my favorite roles to play. But game number 1, you guys take us to Braxis. Now, is this a game that you're a map that you guys typically go to? You have plans? Tell us about the Braxis pick.
All right. So, I kind of cover a lot of research for my team, and I actually have data on Spooky Ghost dating back to NGS Season 8. So I know that Braxis, historically for them, has been a bad map.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Ghost, we love Ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I figured we could take advantage of just knowing some of those weaknesses. So it was more a targeted pick rather than a map we're comfortable with. I wouldn't say we're super comfortable with it or anything like that, but it was more just targeted against our opponent.
Right,
wow,
definitely.
You love to see it, I thought all the sweatiest nerds were at the, in CCL, but I'm glad to be proven wrong here. doing some serious scouting. That's awesome. That's cool.
Information is a lot of the battle in this game.
Yeah. So
very true. Tell me about that Alex Straza pick on that map. I'm curious. What was the discussion like leading up to that pick?
So we were putting the draft together, and we were looking at a couple of different options in that situation, and then we see double mage come out. So I basically just told Odd, like, we want some form of counter burst damage, and I thought that Lucio might be good with sound barrier just to kind of stop some of their wombo. The Alex was another pick that I thought might do well because of the dragon form and around the point control itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that plus life binder for a single target save if they're engaging. So it just felt like the Alex or the Lucio in that situation were probably the better 2 picks to counter what the other team had, and I left it up to Odd, and we decided to go with Alex.
Worked out superbly. Me and Goon, we were kind of hemming and hawing, saying, "Is this the pick?" And obviously, it was. You guys did a fantastic job with it. Ended up closing that first game out pretty soundly. Any more questions about game number 1, Goon? Because I am ready for some game number 2.
Yeah, no. Game number two.
All right.
Go
right ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say whose idea was it to draft Uther? Because I've had.
That's odd. He was worried about our lack of CC, and he's like, "I'm worried about that." And he was between Toronto and Uther, and
we initially Yeah, we were initially not looking at it. We were looking at a different pick to combo with the Mei. However, Odd did mention the CC portion, and then he was gonna, I think, lock Tyrande in silver like last second said Uther, so he swapped. So we got the Uther, which I think was a really nice pick because their comp was obviously showing single target blow up with a Mephisto and a Grey Main bullet. So I think the Uther, he was clutch on the D shield, so I think that worked out great.
Yeah, the AoE D shield there on mid keep, that Durance was gonna hit, and like 4 of you walk away with D shields. I'm like, this is actually insane. I was like, that is the most value. That is the most value I've ever seen out of that talent ever. Like, it was awesome.
Way to go, Odd. Shout out to Odd. Unsung heroes are the healers.
True, I agree. Not biased, by the way.
So mine is more about the map. So they take you to Volskaya Foundry. How are you guys feeling about that? Because I feel like, personally it's a little bit scary when somebody takes you to a map, especially when they're down a game. Were you concerned at all that, they had some super galaxy brain strategy that they were just going to flex today?
That's actually very ironic that they took us there. So my scouting said that if we were to get map pick for game number 2, if they elected for first pick, that we should go to D-Shire, another point control map, like Braxis, or another different style of point control map would be Volskaya. And I noticed that they picked it in an earlier set this season as well. But historically, their win rate has been pretty low on it, so I was thinking that we could actually take advantage of that as well, just like the Braxis factor. So when they picked Volskaya, it was actually like, okay, we got one of the 2 maps we wanted anyway.
And it's my favorite map, so.
So I think it worked out well.
Right. Yeah, you guys did a really solid job, and it sounds like you did a lot of research. So how much research would you say? Like if you had to put maybe, a time limit or a day, how much research do you guys do for a map or a match like this?
So I put in about 3 hours earlier this morning. I put about 3 hours into gathering all the data from NGS Season 8, 9, 10, and so far this season. Put it into Stats of the Storm, took a look at, what they pick, what they like to play, what's banned against them, took a look at if they pick it before third ban, if they pick it after third ban, so I know if I need to ban it early or ban it late. Looked at what we could deny pick, looked at all that kind of stuff, and map win rates, all that stuff, so.
Right. Well, it really showed. You guys did a fantastic job today, and you came well prepared. Anything more from you, GOON?
No, that was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. You guys look like you were having a lot of fun, and you guys sounds like everything that you do as a team, as far as putting trust in your players to pick something that's good or whatever, what they think is good. That's really strong. That's a really good sign that I hope more teams are willing to do. Say, hey, I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna put the trust in you, healer or tank or whoever, whatever you think is good, pick it. That's awesome.
Yeah, Odd has a very good theory that the person playing their role should know their role best. So that's where that trust comes into play.
Right on. Oh, yeah. Actually, I do have one more question. What's up with the Stukov bands?
Those were targeted as well.
Okay.
The bands were based off of scouting as well.
Right on.
IceX, thank you very much for the raiding party of 8. We're actually just about to round up, so sorry, friends, and we'll send you over to someplace fun. Big shouts to you guys, huge congratulations. And now, my dears, the floor is yours for any shout outs, any call outs you want to do within reason. Tell us all about it.
All right, well, shout out to you, Jinxie and GOON. Thanks for casting. We always appreciate it. Thanks to NGS for setting this whole division up. It's been a lot of fun. Shout out to Spooky Ghosts. It was a good match. And shout out to my team. I think we came together pretty well this game.
You guys did an absolutely fantastic job. Great job, and thank you. It was an absolute pleasure to cast. You guys are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
All right, GG's. Have a good night.
Yeah, you as well. Go celebrate with your team.
Will do.
Alrighty, I'm gonna give you a call back, my friend. Everyone can find
Yep.
out where they can find you and what's going on in your life, and then we will send you all over to someone fun for the evening. Alrighty, there he is.
Yeah.
Let's get him back on OBS.
Oof, I was getting sweaty. I had to unbutton an extra button, had to roll the sleeves up. That was a lot of fun to watch.
It was a really, really good series. Oh, sorry, guys. Next time, hopefully. You missed us, got us right at the end of the interview. So, again, you guys can hit here. I'll actually hit it so you guys can see. Wrong button. Goon, where can people find you when you are not hanging out over here with me? Why don't we let you, go ahead, plug
Sure.
yourself.
Sure. You guys, everybody can find me on Twitter at GoonGGWP. On Twitch, twitch.tv/GoonGGWP. On Instagram, same thing. For those of you that don't know, I am the founder of Wild Heart Esports CCL team. And we got academy team as well, Wild Heart Omega playing in heroic division, and then the CCL team playing in the Storm division too. But yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. You can go to my channel. I have got a little schedule posted there for what I'm going to be streaming. Going to be probably be doing some solo queue Storm League later tonight, and then the rest of the week doing some scrims and yeah, it's good vibes, good music, good plays. That's all it is. And then the dogs in the background doing their thing. But yeah.
Definitely. And if you guys, you want to check out what Wild Heart is up to, what they got fun stuff going on, because you do the After Dark, which is really, really fun if you guys haven't been there.
Yeah. Actually, follow Wild Heart Esport on Twitter, Wild Heart Esports. This every 2 weeks we do Hots After Dark. We all get together late at night and maybe we have a drink or two and we just run it down on ARAMs. We are doing it again this Saturday night. Typically around the same time, like 9:30 Pacific. Stay tuned. Follow on Twitter. You'll know when it's going to happen exactly. We might have something a little extra special lined up for this weekend.
That'll be really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all of the raids. You guys have been an absolute delight, and I really, really appreciate that. That you brought all your communities over here. That's really sweet of you. I'm Jinxeekatt. You can find me here all the time. We played some Slay the Spire today. We tried a variety stream. We do a lot of heroes casting. In fact, for casting, gosh, we'll be POV streaming our XGDI game Tuesday, casting Wednesday, NGS POV Thursday, casting, I don't know if are we casting Friday? I might not be. I might take that day off. But then Saturday as well. So thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I absolutely adore you, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. We'll find you someone to raid. Well, bye, friends.
See ya. Thanks for having me.